Yes, it's your boy Chiz, African Appetite. Hope you're all blessed on this Friday. Here in the UK, it's kind of cold. Just thought I'll hit you back with a vlog. And since the last time I videoed, quite a few things been going on with this unfortunate coronavirus that has affected many people around the world. Unfortunately, it's a disease that many of us don't know much about and are very scared about, and it's got a lot of people weary and got a lot of people watching their movements and sort of taking a bit more caution in terms of their health and safety needs. And unfortunately, some people have even started to avoid certain places and avoid eating certain foods. So with that, and also the fact that we've Brexited, that's caused a pinch in the pocket, and obviously the credit crunch blues that we're all experiencing at the beginning of the year. I've decided today that what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cook myself, or cook for you should I say, my take on a takeaway that I get quite often. Hopefully it will inspire some of you guys to do the same and crush those credit crunch blues. So African Appetite, Bantu Belly, let's go. What we're going to do today is make my version of sweet and sour fish. As you can see here, I've chosen pollock. We've got pollock fish right there. Now, those are fresh pollock fillets. You can use a frozen type, that's all good. And along with that, we've got a few other things, as you can see here. Got the capsicums here, you call them sweet peppers if you like, red and green. Right here we've got water chestnuts. Now they're really to give texture and body to the actual dish. Got some plain white flour there, that's to coat the fish. Szechuan peppercorns mixed with salt. Now I put it in there for really just for a nice salty texture, and the Szechuan pepper has got a little bit of a kick. And we've got a few other condiments there. I like to use some Tom Yam for some heat in the background and flavour. Just to finish off, got some sesame seed oil and also some fish sauce along with some soy sauce. Right here we've got some sweet and sour sauce, which will be the base of the actual dish. And got some chilies, coriander, and we've got to finish off some spring onions there for garnish. Alright, we're going to do this, let's go. Alright, the first thing you do is season flour into a silver dish. Put it all in there because that's where you're going to coat your fish. Have the fish all chopped up. It's been cut into pieces here, as you can see. That's about the size I like to cut my fish into. The fish is still a bit moist. It's not completely dry, and that's for the reason that the seasoned flour that we've got there, that we seasoned earlier on, we need to combine it with the fish, and that's what will create the coating, is the actual moisture still on the fish. Just to help it along with a little bit of the moisture, I've got a bit of lemon juice here, which I'll just put on the fish. Just put it all on there and just mix it around a little bit, and basically all that does is just creates a little bit of moisture. But also, as everyone knows, fish and lemon are good friends. Now, like I may remind you, this is not a traditional Chinese sweet and sour fish dish. This is my own interpretation. It's what I often cook for myself and for my children. So now we're going to go to the stage of actually coating the fish. So you combine it. Just do it, I think for a batch like this I'll do it in 2 stages. So what you're doing now is just combining the fish. We're combining the fish with the flour. You get it nicely coated, making sure it's all evenly coated on the fish. And what you're looking for is for the fish to be evenly coated like that. And that's just about it for the fish for the time being. Just bear with me. All you do now is get the fish, and you just want to get rid of the excess flour. Make sure all of the excess flour is out, because if you don't get rid of the excess flour now, when we go into the process of frying it, what's going to happen is the flour is going to drop to the bottom. It's going to make the oil turn black, and ultimately you won't get nice golden brown nuggets of fish. You'll get fish which has got bits of black, bits of brown, and really it will be quite bitter as well. So that's what we do with the fish. What I usually do is throw one in. That's usually the sign that it's ready to go. And this is a stage that you're looking for with the fish. It's been approximately 10 minutes and I've reached that stage, and that's what you're looking for it to be crispy and golden brown like that. And what you're going to do is you're just going to put it now, and just going to put it aside just to drain off the fat. But the reason you want it this crispy, and I'm going to show you the crispiness in a bit, is because you want, when you combine it with the sauce, it doesn't become soggy. And when the final dish, as you know, when you've had sweet and sour, whether it be sweet and sour chicken or whatnot, the pleasure of it is always the sweetness and the sourness of the sauce, the crunchiness of the actual vegetables, and also the crispiness which is retained in whatever it is that you've had in there, whether it's been sweet and sour pork or chicken, or in this case with the fish. So that's what we're going to try and achieve, and that's the reason why we get it to this crispy perfection. So you want it crispy like that. And all you want to do is just drain it off now. The wok, very quick process. Always put the onions in first. Put a teaspoon of the Tom Yam. I then introduce the pineapple, everything within the pineapple, along with the syrup. Incorporate that around. You let them all mingle together. I'll add a bit of fish sauce, sweet and sour sauce that we swirl here. That all in there. And what you want now is to bring the sauce up to a nice consistent boil, and you'll know what you want, and you'll know the stage when you've reached it is when the sauce starts, when you see the sugars start to develop, and it almost starts to develop the consistency of a syrup, and it's a bit more sour than sweet. So I just add the equal quantity of sugar that I did of the fish sauce, and that should balance it out nicely. But as you can see, our sauce is coming on, and it's starting to reach that stage where what we're looking for is for it to start caramelizing, for all the sugars to start marinating. As you can see, the little bubbles that are appearing on the side of the pan, that's a good sign. That means the water's evaporating, so the natural moisture in the dish is evaporating, whereas the sugars are starting to develop as a prominent factor in the dish. It's exactly the stage that we like and that you want. As you can see on top of the sauce there, you can see it bubbling with all the sugars. So that's what you want to do at this stage, is introduce the things that you don't want to cook down too much. These are the water chestnuts. They're going to give the final dish a lot of body and a lot of crunch and a freshness as well. That's why they're called water chestnuts. And then finally, at this stage, what we do is introduce the fish, and it just goes all in there, all of it, all in at once. And all you want to do at this stage is just to marry all the flavors in, because literally from this point onwards you're going to be turning off the heat. At this point you could even turn the heat down. Get it to marry all in. That's it. And you'll know that you've got it right when you're turning the fish around and you can still hear and feel the crunchiness of the fish. And you know all you're going to do is coat it with that syrupy sauce. And that's what you want. It's now starting to look like the finished article. And there you have it, my interpretation of sweet and sour fish. And it's got a spicy twist, because obviously I used the Tom Yam Paste in the background with the added chilies and the Szechuan peppercorn and salt mixture. It's been garnished with some coriander and spring onions and served on a bed of steamed Basmati rice. There you go.